Hello, Syrvivor Season 3. I'm Adam in case you don't know me yet, but today is a very special day because it is July 20th, which is exactly 1 month before Season 3 is to begin on campus, and I'm so excited. But for me, the game doesn't start in 30 days. The game started 3 months ago when I sent in my application to be on Syrvivor. The second I did that, I made sure I was watching every single season of College Survivor I could find. Michigan, Boston, Ohio State, Maryland, obviously. All of them. I've seen them. I've seen them all.
Hey Survivor, it's Becca. I just got ready for the first challenge. It's in about 30 minutes. It's gonna be a physical one. So I don't know what we'll be doing, but I know I gotta wear my workout clothes today. But I'm excited, I'm gonna be meeting everyone. That hasn't happened yet, so I don't even know who I'm playing with at this point.
What's up guys, my name's Madison. I'm about to head to the first Syrvivor Syracuse challenge. I'm very excited but also really nervous because I know first impressions are everything. And if my tribe does not win the first challenge, it's really important what goes on before, so I don't get voted out first, which is my worst case scenario. I considered bringing sunscreen as a peace offering to my fellow survivors, but I thought that might appear a little extra, so I'm gonna refrain from that, and I hope no one gets burnt.
Alright, it's the morning of the first challenge, and I feel good. I feel really good. I'm gonna try to go into this challenge not too cocky, but definitely a little bit cocky. I don't want people to think of me as a contender yet for the championship, even though I'm probably gonna win. I just want to be seen as someone who's there to play the game, there to have fun, but secretly I'm strategizing, I'm thinking about everything.
Let's spread it out. Let's spread it out. We got like station here.
Holly. Madison.
Tanning just isn't a thing. I heard so bad. Hey. What's your name? Lindsay. Lindsay, senior. Oh, nice. Yeah. Where are you from? Hudson Valley, New York? Cool. I'm from Westchester. Yeah, an hour north of me? Yeah, somewhere around there. Where do you live? I'm from outside of Philadelphia, Bucks County. Yeah, a lot of fun. I love it.
I have to be that person that's I'm outside of Philly, but in New Jersey. And then everyone's like, we hate that.
Tell you.
So what made you want to play this?
I had a couple of really good friends on season 1 that really pushed me to do it. So they were in my fraternity, Sean Paz and Ryan Baker.
Oh, nice.
But especially Sean. I FaceTimed him earlier.
Welcome, everyone. We are finally here. Welcome to the third season. In this cast today, I'm going to read off a script. In this cast today, we have many different people of many different backgrounds. We have people from the West Coast and all the way out to the East Coast. We have a strong mixture of seniors to sophomores, no freshmen here. Making this cast who range from different majors, different departments, different fields of study. And probably the most important thing, we have many people here with a diverse skill set and background. We started this process in March, and throughout everything that happened in the world, with COVID, with everything, we are here day 1. We are starting in person, so that's amazing. But with that said, there's only one winner. Look to your left, and then look to your right. There's 17 other people here besides you. The other 17 cast members are vying for the same thing that you are, to be the winner, the champion, the third ever Sole Syrvivor. What will it take? Over the past 2 seasons, we've seen our assortment of strategic players, social players, physical players, our handful of blindsides, momentous moves, advantage plays, and also advantage blunders. And we assure you that with the cast that we selected here today, a lot of those things and more will come out of this season. So look to your left and to your right again. You'll have to beat out these people for the next upcoming weeks and what they may be hiding underneath. Some of you may make some good friends. Some of you may make some more better enemies. Some of you may never talk to each other, but some of you may talk a lot. And some of you may even show up in a showman. 2 years strong, by the way. So we're looking for a third. There will only be one person claiming the prize at the end, and I hope it's one of you guys. So are you guys ready to get started? Are you guys fucking ready? Right, with that said, come on out, guys! Our three returnees! We have season 1, Mario LaPesca. Season 1, Ryan Baker. And season 2, Mike Rizzuto. So these 3 will be playing with you guys. So let's ask them a couple questions. Molly, you played season 1. Why are you playing again season 2?
Because I didn't make it. Are you kidding me? I got voted out like second tribal council. I never got to actually play the game, so let me come back and play.
Now, Mike, you came straight off a season last semester. Your experience with this whole thing. Do you have any tips for the newbies that are joining this game?
Don't send fake text messages. that'll get you in trouble with some people.
That is in addition to the contract. No fake messages. And Ryan, looking at these new set of cast members compared to your first set, are you excited to play again?
Totally. It's hard to like judge that based on just looking at everyone, but yeah, I'm pumped to play again. Absolutely.
Fair enough, fair enough. So, 2020 in a nutshell has been nothing short of chaotic. Individually, however, during these times of chaos, we are called to focus on 3 things. Your mind, being able to peacefully and intrinsically think about yourself and process it. Your body, keeping yourself healthy, stamina strong, and brave. And your soul, keeping an upbeat spirit, positivity, and a good sense of things. With that said, the board and I felt like it would be fitting to make this season highlight these things. So, welcome to Syrvivor Syracuse Mind, Body, and Soul. Everyone's wearing different colors. Molly is wearing yellow, Mike is wearing blue, Ryan technically is wearing pink. We will be making up your 3 tribes, which we'll put you in now. How are you guys liking your tribes? Mind, body, soul? Right. Well, why do you figure you're a soul tribe member?
So that was actually a big part of our discussion. We were trying to figure out what soul means, and we didn't really come to any great conclusion. But I'm super happy with my team right now. I think we're stacked, if I'm being perfectly honest. So, yeah.
Holly, same question. Why body, and how do you like your team?
I see a lot of confidence in all of us, and I'm like really excited to see how that plays out. So I think that's probably the main reason.
And Sabrina, why mind, and how do you like your team?
That's such a good question. question. Honestly, we have no clue. We kind of talked about it, but it sounds pretty good, and yellow's a really nice color. So yeah, but I think everyone's vibing. So
Awesome. So are you guys ready for your first community challenge? For today's challenge, we will be playing Survivor Amazing Race. Scattered around Syracuse campus, excluding South Campus, there will be 5 stations, and at those stations, there will be flags. On each flag, there will be clues to where to go to the next station to get your next flag. Pace yourselves because it is really hot, but at the same time, you do not want to come in last. Last team to meet me and Mel and Jake at the final station will go to Tribal Council on Friday, where one person will be voted out and be the first person voted out of this game. For the first time ever, Survivors, are you ready? Yeah! Go!
Late night mood comes to wave for everything Mouse steps. Sit too perfectly. Be mindful not to step on anyone's toes. Scientists aren't your average Joe.
Scientist just makes me think
Lifestyle?
lifestyle.
Let's go to lifestyle.
What hill is that on though? Would we go like the
I don't think we have to run.
We should go slower and then.
Wait, so you guys think this is a drum step? Seed walk? There's steps like on the side by the Luna Stroke.
Like they're walking that deep dog. We get a lot ahead.
We got a photogenic spot, some might say. Next to it is something gray. Smooth and curvy, modern art. Find your flag where sledding starts. Crows?
You think?
What? Hit me up if you're done to go.
Lightning food, what's the way? Tenders and Kimmel, right? That has to be.
If it's not Kimmel, whoever made these decisions is wrong.
If it's where sledding starts, it's gonna be up, not down, right?
Yeah, but we have to get to Crows first.
Okay. Is this a library?
I need this flag. 16 is all you need. Hurry up, you may not be in the lead. I sit all day and night.
Sit up. Oh, Lincoln! She's
Yeah,
the
Lincoln,
16th president!
16 president! If we're farther than 60, we can have the masks off as long as we're outdoors.
Awesome.
You gotta keep them on. Regulation.
Should I go in here for a second?
Find this flag, 16 is all you need. Hurry up, you may not be in the lead. I said all day and all night. Check out my site and hope you're right.
Abe Lincoln, maybe?
Hurry up. This flag, 16 is all you need.
16, he's the 16th
He's
president.
right there. Oh, shoot, okay. No, we got a history buff. Let's go full! I'm like sweating butter.
A photogenic spot, some might say, next to it is something gray. Smooth and curvy, modern art. Find your flag, we're sledding.
Oh, Crows.
Fuck.
they're not there, we're gonna have to circle and go all the way around to come back there.
Yeah,
Okay, let's go.
Nobody say anything.
You guys wanna help us? Where's Joe?
Sucks. Luke, told you not to do running shit.
I stayed all day and all night. I'm out of my sight.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Right, we're close. Is everyone okay?
And we were pretending we do not know each other.
Yep.
We didn't even talk about this ahead of time. I didn't know
Nope.
she was playing.
He just winked at me.
And then we winked.
And there it is.
She picked up on it.
Yep.
And the rest of the team has no idea.
Yep.
Got it? Oh, I see it.
Where is it? Over there. Sally. Oh, yeah. Yeah, on the right. All three of these are here.
Two. And there was yellow still had there.
That's five. We only have one. Black one. Zach, this is the last one?
Last one and then we
I'm guessing we still have one more now.
To finish this race, go back to the start. However, not exactly the same part. After all that, your thirst must be the worst. Grab some water and end this challenge first.
Or is a drinking fountain in Thorndon?
Yeah.
I don't know where that is, so
Let's just walk in the vicinity, I guess.
Maybe the pool.
Hey, you know where it is?
I do know where the pool is. Thanks.
Hey, buddy. Feeling pretty good. The last station we were at, the yellow flag was still there. So, if anything, we're not in last right now. We don't know how the blue team's doing, but feeling all right. Tired, feeling all right mentally.
Very hot. I feel like we're doing pretty well right now. Got some like laggards right away, but it's a physical challenge, so you never know where someone else's strengths lie. So just gonna keep going, keep feeling it out, but we're gonna end up at tribal.
Adam! Over here.
go back to the start.
Okay.
However, not exactly the same part. After all that walking, your thirst must be the worst. Grab some water and end this challenge first.
I know where it is.
You do?
Yeah. It's where I watch sunset every night, the water tower.
Oh, cool.
After that walking, your thirst must be the worst. Grab some water and end this challenge first.
It said go back to the start, but not quite. Like you're almost done. But take a drink first. And then like could it be like some water? I touched by a pond. What could it be? The water well at the.
Yo, read the clue again.
Yeah, where's the clue?
Is there a well at the amphitheater? Yeah, they call it the water well.
Read the clue again.
Yeah, the amphitheater? Yeah. The water and hollow. We put out the water hollow.
Oh, watering. People do get drinks from there.
All right, we going.
Where's that? They said they're going to the water tower.
Because it was.
I know.
He said where our finishes. Okay, so.
Alright, huh? Alright, let's go that way.
Over here, the mat. We need all 7.
Oh, that's not good.
Yes, Lindsay! Yes, Cassidy! Yes!
Sole team, you are the first team to arrive. You guys guarantee safety for another week. Yes! You are going home. Proud of you guys. Thank you guys.
Yo, someone pulled the phone call.
What's that like tower in the middle of Thornton Park?
The water tower?
The water tower?
Oh, fuck.
No, it's on that side, isn't it? We're not right up that far.
What, wait, is that close to the start?
Oh, it's in Thornton.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that far.
That's so far. That's not actually fun. Water tower. Thornton water tower.
Come through here. Come to the mat. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And there's mine. You get on mine.
And 7. Gabby's almost there, and mine is just.
Let's say, you guys are not. Mind Tribe, sadly, you guys are the last team to arrive, which means Tribal Council Friday, or one of you will be the first person voted out of this game. Alright. Good job, guys, though. Good job.
Thanks. Take this God-forsaken flag. I never want to see it again. Sorry.
Alright, welcome back, guys. First challenge in the books, hardest challenge in the books. Sorry to do it to y'all like that. But hey, we're in this, and until the end, we'll have one winner, and it's gonna be one of you guys. First team to finish, Sole Tribe, good job. Woo! Sole Tribe, now let's working on putting you guys all into groupies within your tribe. Sole Tribe, you will get a clue to your own tribe's individual immunity idol in the next 30 minutes. Body Tribe, good job. Second place finish. You guys will also get a clue to your own individual immunity idol as well in the next 30 minutes. Mind Tribe, sadly, you guys were last to finish. That said, Friday, Tribal Council, where one of you will be the first person.
I'm really happy to be here. I struggled a lot in that challenge, as you probably saw if you had already watched the footage. But my team was super supportive, and I'm really thankful to be on in my tribe. I think they were really supportive of me and like really nice, and we all had each other's backs, and I'm really happy that we have it. That was hard. I'm very sweaty. The Body Tribe seems like a really good group. They seem super athletic, which like I, at this moment in time, this point in my journey, I'm not super athletic. So I was kind of like the slowest in the bunch, but so I'm glad we won. So, but I felt like I helped out a lot with the clues, and I thought we like listened well to each other and seemed to get along, and like wasn't any conflict off the bat. So it seems like it's gonna be a good strong tribe as long as we're safe. So
That was definitely a challenge that I was not expecting. A lot of running, a lot of hills. The last time I ran that much, I was on the verge of throwing up, and this time I was on the verge of throwing up. Probably should have, maybe, to like actually get through it. I'm kind of worried about tribal because I feel like I was lagging behind a lot. I'm just like not athletic anymore. So I'm just really gonna try to like be strategic, but I really like all these people. So really gonna try my best to like be as honest as possible, but like still try to keep myself in the game. That's it.
The one team that I did not want to be put on was the Sole team. And then here we are. Just because the one person who I got overtly bad vibes from right off the bat was Becca. Like, she was just so imposing. Like, I was just sitting with, I think his name's Carl, and she was like, oh, this is the showman's right here, and just like,
She's blonde, he's blonde, like, perfect.
Yeah, gotta love a
I
ship
ship
who
them.
looks like siblings.
No, I ship you guys. Ken and Barbie, you know? Great
I thought
couple.
Ken had brown hair.
Ken has so many different colors.
Doesn't Ken have brown hair?
we're just very different type of people, I feel like, even though there were some similarities there, you know? That's why I was trying to not let that judgment impact me, because as a loud, outgoing woman, I know that I personally get like branded as a bitch a lot. So I was trying to not let that first impression that I had of her impact my thoughts about her for the rest of the time.
We definitely want to kind of have Molly's back with this, because it would be nice to like you know, set that precedent of not voting out the returning players for either team, because you know, maybe not this week, but eventually our teams are we're going to lose a challenge, most likely at some point. So we don't want to set that precedent for our teams to kind of look at us as threats. I definitely feel like making a good relationship with your team early on is important for that too, but I think we should try to like stay in communication and stuff too, like a reasonable amount, at least before our teams merge and stuff.
Just close, but not too close.
I definitely had a very challenging day today. However, I will say that it was fun seeing everyone work together and figure out the clues. I wore jeans throughout the whole thing, as you can see. And I did it. Like, our team came in first with somebody that had his jeans on. But yeah, like I feel like we are really a strong team, and I feel like we can grow our connection even further than that.
I did immediately follow the challenge by going to Target and purchasing a selfie stick. I'm going to be using this for my idol scavenging, which is basically going to consume as much time as it takes me to find that idol, because I will find that idol. So I'll be using this to keep you guys posted along the way, because make no mistake, I'm finding that idol. Based off the clue we were given, it sounds like it's in a garden somewhere. It says something about, this, be careful not to step on a prick. Something about things growing. So it's a garden somewhere, whether that's on campus or Thornton Park. We'll find out. I just really hope that I'm the first one to find it.
I'm almost at the Rose Gardens right now. That's where I think the idol is. I really should change my shirt. I'm really nervous that a team member is going to see me and think I'm like going behind their back, which I am, but I don't want them to know that, at least yet. So I see Lindsay up ahead. I'm going to try and make an alliance with her because I have a feeling she's looking exactly for the thing I'm looking for right now. Let's see how this goes. Yo! Alliance? You find it? It's definitely here.
It's gotta be, right? But
Yeah, it's gotta be.
what up?
Yo. So, should we like in the lines now? Like I won't tell. Like,
No, like I don't know how the idols even work.
What's the clue again?
Like if we both find it,
Like obviously we'll keep it a secret from the rest of them, and like I don't even know how this works. I just know it has to be here.
So it's obviously in the rose garden. It's just a matter of where is it and can I find it first? Let's fight. Probably take another look, but like I have no faith in myself. I have no soul in myself.
To be quite honest, I feel like Ryan or Zach probably got here before us. I'm not sure where Zach lives, but Ryan, he's fast, he's got long strides.
and I think he lives somewhere over here. He said like he lived off campus.
Yeah, and I can't imagine Ryan not being here by now.
That's the thing.
Like
Why,
as a
why isn't he
returner,
here?
like he's so committed to it.
Hopes are still high though. We're
Yeah.
still united as a tribe.
Yeah.
Things are doing well.
Also, since we won, like,
Hey.
Also, like, we won.
So
we
no
don't
big
even
deal.
need to use this,
No
right?
big
Yeah,
deal.
so,
We
like-
won. My main theory is that Ryan or Zach got here before us and have it. But I have another theory too. I think maybe one of the people I was looking with might have found it while we were looking, and just hid it and like acted like they didn't find it. So I could see Lindsay or Adam mainly doing that, but I don't know about Cassidy. We just met. Like, she may be sneaky. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
All right, so I'm here with Lindsay and Zach from the Sole tribe, the Pink tribe. And Zach just showed up because he thought that this was where the idol was, and we agree.
I thought I'd be quick. I thought I was going to be ahead of everyone else, but it turns out I'm last.
Same idea, so like we all at least have like strategic
Yeah.
thinking skills.
Exactly.
Problem solving.
And so our working theory now is it's already been found.
Yeah.
By Ryan?
Ryan.
Probably
so
Ryan.
So did you see him here already?
No.
But you know
That's
he
the
was
reason
here?
why we think
I
he
don't.
hasn't.
No, I don't know
Okay.
that he was here because I thought I was the first one
But
here.
you saw
because
Becca and.
Yeah, so I was here for I'd say like 5 to 10 minutes, and then Becca showed up, and then probably same deal, like 5 to 10 minutes after that. You showed up.
Yeah, I showed up.
Yeah, and then
Cassidy came
like,
in after that.
Yeah, and then like 15-20 minutes after that, Cassidy came. So yeah, like all of us except those
And this
two
is
have been
this definitely
here.
happened.
And just because of the transportation thing, I think if it's one of them, it's Ryan.
But the other tribe, that was my work. I'm guessing they have a different. It's completely somewhere else. So I wish I knew someone on that tribe.
I know.
'Cause I would hit them.
That's
I
what
would.
we were talking
I would
about,
trade clues basically.
Like I recognize a lot of faces, but I don't know anyone well enough to like be like.
hey.
Yeah, like I know of a couple of people, but like I didn't know they were playing.
Yeah.
So that's a big difference, because like if there are people who like know each other and signed up together, that's a bond that you're not gonna break.
Yeah, no, like coming in, I didn't know anybody who was playing.
I also wouldn't be surprised if people know each other and they're keeping it secret.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want people. They don't want to put a target on their back early.
Here's the thing: like I walked in and I was if I knew anyone, I was gonna be like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. And then like Carl just went out and he was like, yo, you work at Citrus, and I'm like, yeah. So like that's a relationship that I have that's out in the open, but like I have no confidence he will do anything in his power to save me.
Yeah.
Like that's where my head is at.
All right, well I came this far. I'm gonna poke around it.
Yeah, let's do that.
I've got my handy dandy selfie stick. The thing is, I ran into Becca and Adam here, who were already idol hunting. I was clearly late to the party. Shouldn't have been spending all that time shouldn't have wasted all that time at Target. But it is what it is. Yeah, there's a lot of different bushes this thing could be in. I've looked around, but the working theory is someone already came here and beat us to it. Now, I don't really know if that could be possible, because Becca seemed to get here so quickly, but I don't know. There's other people here too, so I feel a bit awkward. But yeah, we're just gonna continue my search. Socially distanced. Yeah, I mean, if someone else... This stinks. I'm gonna use you to get some bushes out of the way. Thank you for holding back the thorns. I probably think I'm insane right now, as they should. And I'm looking for a freaking thorn bush for an AO. Hidden immunity idol check. That's right. I'm sorry, my phone died while I was hunting, so I couldn't share this great moment with all of you. But I have it here in my hands. Hidden immunity idol. Congratulations, you have found the Soul Tribe Hidden Immunity Idol. When played at Tribal Council, any vote cast against you will not count. If you intend to play the idol for yourself or someone else, you must do so anytime before the votes are read. The last time to play this is the final 5. If you wish to hand this idol off to someone in the game, you must create a group chat with Luke yourself. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not giving this away. Are you kidding me? Let's go! Obviously, running through my head right now, I don't know if I should tell people, the Soul Tribe is looking to get together Tuesday night to do a little bonding. Maybe I share with them the news. I don't know. It doesn't really seem to be a good strategy. I really think I should just keep this to myself, because who wouldn't? But man, oh man, does this feel good.
We're currently looking, where are we at?
This is next to the quad, under the quad.
Yeah, okay, we're under the quad, and we're looking around. How do I switch the camera?
The thought process right now is that our idol is either found or somewhere we're not really going to know where it is until the next clue. Sorry, I'm falling off of rocks. But I figure at least the yellow team's idol might still be around. And it really could be anywhere. So we're just sort of looking around any place we can find on campus that an idol might be. No luck at all, which sucks.
We're back. Season 3, I'm ready. Show started right when we got to that challenge. I'm so happy that we pulled it out. I did not want to have to deal with the stress that Molly's dealing with right now of being the only returner on her tribe and going to tribal first week. How I'm doing personally. Obviously, me, Ryan, and Molly, we all discussed, and we have to have each other's backs at least through the beginning of the game. Now, within my own tribe, I was scared shitless first, and then day of the challenge after we're done, I'm in core life getting food, and I get a text from Maddie, and she's like, "Do you want an alliance?" Oh shit. She's like, "Do you want an alliance with me and Jason?" And I did not expect to get anyone reaching out to me. I thought I was gonna have to reach out to everyone. And I was like, "Of course I do." So right now, me, her, and Jason are a 3.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm really curious to see what's gonna happen with Tribal this week. I just am like wondering who's gonna get voted out. You know, showing up there and meeting everyone, I know 5 people already. I came in knowing 2, and I didn't know that I was gonna know 3 more, but all of us are like split between a few tribes, and I mean, I've come into this game knowing my top 3 already, so, and we're split between the 3 tribes, so I'm really curious like how that's gonna work out. Gonna try and make sure to like lay low in terms of that, but yeah.
I went and looked for the hidden immunity idol because I thought it would be kind of dumb to not do it today if we got the clue today. And I had like some ideas of where it might be. I didn't know like right away, but you know, the clue said something about it, the idol being between a landmark and a place of learning, and it was like in between. The idol sits always turning. And then I realized that the statue in between the physics building and Hendricks Chapel is called the Wheel. So it's like, okay, place of learning, landmark, something that's always turning. But there was no immunity idol there. And I'm mad because I really thought that I was on the right track. And I think I was because I saw Madison walking away from that statue. Like, well, I can't say she was close to it, but she was walking in the opposite direction. And I didn't think a lot of it at first. But I think there's a chance that she has the idol. Because I think it'd be kind of dumb not to think that. And you know, if she does, I'm gonna target the hell out of her. But also, could try to be friends with her, so that she might use it to help me. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I am suspicious. I'm very, very suspicious.
Challenge, feeling good. We came in second, which means no tribal council, which is what's important. So right now I feel like what we're focusing on is the hidden immunity idol. I searched for a little bit earlier. I was like headed someplace, but I stopped by Heroy, which is where the clue seems like it's gonna be around, but I didn't see anything, and I searched for probably longer than I should have because I arrived at my destination late. Anyway, I saw Holly and Joe searching. I don't know if they were searching together, but they could have been. I also saw Gabby walking up as I was leaving. So maybe Gabby's searching for herself, kind of like I was. I'm not ashamed. I was searching for the immunity idol. And also, I tried to form an alliance with Jason and Mike. So far, it seems good. They're really nice. I'm hoping that's genuine. Kind of just like messaged them, and it might have been a little awkward because it's just like, hey, I liked your vibes you were sending out. I want to form an alliance. But sometimes that's what you gotta do. So I sent it, full send, and fingers crossed that works out because I like both Jason and Mike. And I'm hoping it's good, but feeling good.
First vlog after that first challenge. Yeah, it was tough. The amazing race. It was definitely interesting. My legs hurt a lot. I was dead. Passed out on my bed for like hours. My whole bandana was soaked. I had to wash it. Definitely did not. It was a shocker. I did not expect myself to jump into a challenge like that as my first challenge. It was pretty interesting. Glad I got along with all my teammates. They were a big part of our team coming in second place voting tribal. Yeah, and then definitely searched for a hidden immunity idol from the clues, but couldn't find it, sadly. Possibly, I think I made an alliance with Madison and Mike. Don't really know how this works, but I'm pretty sure I'm safe from elimination in the future. I'm excited to jump into the next challenge. Hope it's easier than this one, because that was tough.
So I actually just got off the phone with Holly, Joe, and Mike from the Body Tribe, and they were saying they wanted to form an alliance because in the challenge, Holly said that she and Joe had been talking, and us and Mike just seemed the strongest out of the group, and you know, even though we're not going to tribal council this week, it's just good to have these things like ready to go in case, you know, for some reason we choke and lose this Friday. I mean, I really don't see that happening, but in case we do, it's good to have the advantage. So, I mean, four votes, that's going to vote out whoever we want. We were talking, and you know, Gabby, as nice as she is, she was kind of lagging behind in the first challenge, so going forward, that's who I'm going to vote for.
Hey, it's Holly with Cassidy and Kevin. We're at Taco. These are
Paul from season 1.
These are hopefully my final 3 right here. But we were just talking, and I've got my alliance down. I'm with Mike, Joe, and Owen, and me, because we felt that we were at least the 4 strongest on our tribe. We're gonna try and get the 2 girls out. Gonna try and get the 2 girls out first, and then worry about Jason. I don't know what's gonna happen. But yeah.
Oh, me or you? You know, as we spoke last time, me, Molly, and Jen, and I feel Lydia too, have like a pretty strong alliance, I think, for now. But Lydia did hit me up today and was like, oh, like I haven't had a chance to talk to you like one-on-one, so I'm not sure if he wants to like do a little switch up. But you know, I guess we'll see it today at the hangout.
Oh, this is delicious. Adam and I had a great Zoom today. He reached out to me because he wanted to get to know other people on his tribe, and we talked a little bit about strategy. He suggested aligning with me, and that's something that I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to, but it's still really early in the game, and I want to keep all my options open, and I can't put too much trust in anybody quite yet. So I'm being nice, but I'm not being too optimistic because you don't know who you can trust. So we're always gotta be thinking.
Strategy.
So yeah, that's what you missed on the lead.
Hello, I got some tea. So, the one person that I knew in the cast going into the season was Adam. He's on Sole, I believe. And we were the first people to arrive, and I had a class with him in the past, but he didn't really say anything. He said hello, of course, but he didn't say anything like, oh yeah, we know each other going into it. So I thought that was a little odd, but fast forward to 7:38 p.m., I get a message. Hey Madison, I just wanted to say that I did recognize you today, and I was just trying to play it cool. Found that a little sketch. What are you trying to hide? Are you ashamed of me? Are you ashamed of knowing? Or are you that into the game that you can't show that you know a single person? Also, in the past, like, we followed each other, and then he unfollowed me, so I unfollowed him, so then I just refollowed him because we were a part of this thing, so just don't unfollow me on Instagram. Now your networking is falling apart. But, maybe I'll end up working with him in the future. I'm not against him, it's just things aren't making sense.
Yeah, so we have a challenge on Sunday as virtual, and I am actually very worried because you know, on Wi-Fi issues, God forbid somebody like disconnects, it's like, that challenge is rough. But, I think like, as a competitor, my strongest strengths are, you know, physicality, you know, in person, on the spot thinking and whatever, so like, virtual component, I feel like it takes away a lot of the advantage, and then obviously like, especially if there's like, social settings or whatever, it's very easy for someone to dominate like in like a virtual room when it's like talking, like it's hard to communicate. And I feel like Body Tribe's biggest problem right now is communication. Like, you know, we talk here and there, but like there's no communication, chats are kind of like deadish, and it's like, it seems very rough. So like I would say the only downfall for like Body Tribe would be poor communication and teamwork skills. which I feel like a virtual environment, that's what people should be leaning towards. So that's gonna be a sight to see.
Hello, so it's the morning after the first challenge. It was really rough and I just like physically could not keep up. I felt like I was on the verge of throwing up almost the entirety of like the second half of it, so that wasn't good. And I also cramped up, and that's no excuse, I should be more in shape, but I just feel like I need to really start strategizing because I think because of the way I performed in the challenge, my name might be thrown around to be voted off. So I think I'm going to FaceTime Lydia later and see what she's thinking. And then I'm thinking of reaching out to a couple other people.
So today is Monday, the day after the Mind Tribe lost the immunity challenge, so that means me and my tribe will be going to tribal council on Friday. We have to vote somebody out. I don't know who we're gonna vote out. I don't have a name yet, and I don't want to say a name because I don't want to get in trouble with people too quick. I talked with Lydia and Carl both reached out to me to see what I wanted to do, and we both agreed that we need to keep the tribe strong. And then with Lydia, I was trying to build a little bit of an alliance, so I texted Molly, but I didn't really feel good about what she was saying. She was kind of giving me vague answers and then trying to get me to kind of give her who I don't want to get rid of. So, I don't know, we plan on meeting as a tribe, but I think that'll just hurt us eventually because we gotta vote somebody out, and then we're gonna be less likely to want to vote somebody out if we're all close with each other, but I guess that's just how they want to do things.
I'm feeling somewhat decent about the position I'm in right now. We'll see how it's going because I had both Jen and Kevin seem to approach me and they wanted to bring Lydia in for a four-person alliance. And then I also had Carl come at me saying that he talked with Colin that they wanted to pull in me and Lydia for a four-person alliance. So I'm kind of intrigued to see how those are going to go and kind of how much I should let on, because what I've talked about with Carl a lot was just trying to get the majority, so this would be kind of like an easier vote, kind of make sure that everyone we can have like 5 or 6 people in on the vote is kind of the ideal, but we'll see what kind of ends up happening as of right now. I feel like I'm being contacted by both sides, so hopefully kind of like me and Lydia can band together and just be the swing votes and ultimately decide which foursome we want to go with. I was very nervous as a returner. I didn't know how that was going to play into the mix or if like everyone was going to lie to my face, but it seems like people are receptive towards me. So we'll see if that's all just an act and they're all just going to turn on me in the end, but it genuinely seems to be pretty genuine.
So we lost the challenge. That really sucked. Not ideal, but someone's got to lose. You know what it is. And we actually were like literally right behind the other tribe. Like we were really, really, really close behind. So basically on Sunday, me, Kevin, and Molly met up and kind of formed a little trio that I feel really, really good about. The first person I feel like I connected with was Kevin because, like, with Corona's hard, obviously, for everybody, but being back on campus was, like, really overwhelming for me. I didn't really do anything over quarantine. I was very, very careful. I'm still very, very careful, but, you know, I'm talking, like, I hadn't been indoors with people who weren't my family for, like, I think the entirety of the time that I was home, so like even just being in class was overwhelming for me. So then with Syrvivor, I got like really, really overwhelmed after the challenge, and it was like a lot. And me and Kevin, I think, connected on like a friend level about that. So I feel really good about our alliance. I feel like really, really close to him just because I feel like he's like a friend now, like we really vibed. So I feel really good about aligning with him. And then Molly lived on my floor freshman year. So we kind of know each other, you know, we know each other. So that was kind of an easy person to make an alliance with, and I know that she wants to play hard, and I kind of came into the game knowing that I would need to not be seen as like the number one threat or whatever. Like because I take things very seriously. I'm a very like intense person sometimes, so I was like, I can't come in and be so intense. So being aligned with someone who wants to play hard is great. A, because I like it and that's fun to play with, and B, because she's also a returning player. So having someone who is a threat like that and a returning player, great for my game.
So if we pull in Lydia and we have the majority, that leaves Colin, Sabrina, and Carl. And we kind of vibe with Carl.
Yeah. But we haven't gotten a read off of Sabrina or Colin yet.
Yeah.
They've
Hopefully
kind
a
of been a
little
lot more
hang.
quiet.
Yeah.
They both seem nice, but the vibes weren't there. It's a game, you know. It is what it is.
Yeah. So we vote off Sabrina. She's a little bit more talkative, but she might be weaker in the challenges versus Colin is not very talkative, but could crush the challenge, which potentially he's freaking giant.
Yeah. I want to know like what's up with Colin. I feel like I didn't talk to him like at all. I have no idea if he likes Survivor or like how he found this.
Yeah.
I feel like he might be a super fan, or no?
I didn't get that vibe at all.
I didn't get a super fan vibe from him,
okay.
but it could be. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. The thing that we're worried about is if we vote off Colin and then we keep losing challenges, and then we're those dummies who voted off the 6'4" guy with the long legs.
Yep. I'd be pretty mad at myself.
So I feel like we have to talk to Sabrina and see like if the vibes are there.
Just like see if it's worth it to vote him off to keep her kind of deal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay, so I just got off FaceTime with Kevin, Jen, and Molly, because Molly drove me home from the challenge, and she was like, oh, like, we were just, like, chatting, she's like, oh, you want to make, like, a tight twosome, like, in our alliance, and I was like, yes, because, like, whenever anybody asks if you want to make an alliance, you obviously say yes, so I said, oh, yeah, like, definitely, and, like, that's, like, pretty serious, like, I like Molly, like, we seem to vibe, so, like, both actually love Survivor, like, stans, but, like, whatever. And then, like, I shower because I'm disgusting from the freaking challenge. And then, like, I had texted Sabrina just to, like, make sure she was fine because she was, like, struggling a bit. And, like, also because I like her. Like, she's a nice girl. And, like, I'm sure, like, because she was, like, not one of the better people in the challenge today, like, I'm sure, like, she feels kind of anxious. So, like, I just want her to, like, reach out and be nice. And I want to know, like, where her head's at. And, like, also, like, a little bit of strategy. Like, And she goes, oh, like, I was gonna text you, like, do you want to make an alliance, like, between the two of us, like a little mini secret alliance? And I obviously said yes, because whenever anybody asks you if you want to make an alliance with them, you say yes. And then, like, right after, like at the same time, Jen, like, texted me. It was like, oh, like, are you free? And I was like, well, like, 5 minutes. So then I, like, FaceTimed Jen, and with her was Molly and Kevin. And then they were like, hey, do you want to be in our, like, Core 4 alliance? So then, obviously, I said yes, because whenever anybody asks you if you want to be in alliance with them, you say yes. So I said yes. And it's nice to be approached about being in an alliance, because it, like, as long as I don't do anything stupid, it means I'm, like, not getting voted out of this next tribal. But, like, also, we'll just see. Like, we didn't, like, really talk about who we thought we wanted to vote out. We're gonna, like, try and, like, meet up with everybody later, but, like, crazy. And it's all of maybe an hour after the challenge. This is literally crazy.
So we're just talking. We just had the hangout thing at Lydia's house. And it was, like, really weird because, not weird, I mean, it was actually lovely.
Yeah, fun.
We just talked about our lives, but it was so awkward because we didn't talk about strategy the whole time.
Yeah.
And, like, everyone was there except for Colin, and I kind of expected us to do the cursory, like, well, let's just vote out Colin,
right?
But we didn't even do that.
Like, we didn't even talk about that at all.
So
like,
now we're paranoid that there's a counter alliance forming and we don't know.
Yeah.
But because we think that Carl could potentially Carl seems like a smart cookie, and him and Molly kind of seem to know each other. Which
No
I was
way.
like he was like, oh yeah, like Connor, blah blah blah, and I was like, who is Connor? Why do you guys know the same person?
Okay, and like I didn't want to say this, but like, and like I love Molly. Like I think she's so cool, and like, but I feel like she could switch. So, like
Molly could definitely switch up
if
on
she really
us.
wants to, she could definitely switch.
Which is why I think that we need to nail down who we're voting
Yeah.
like now, and I think we need to get Sabrina on board.
I think we definitely get Sabrina on board. I feel like she vibes the best.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
I don't
so we're worried that we're getting switched up on after that. We might just be paranoid. We trust each other.
Jen, I'm so scared.
I'm really worried it's me.
No. Okay, well, I feel like, well, if anything, I'd be transparent with you and you'd be transparent with me, I hope so.
I haven't
you know?
heard anything about you getting voted out. I genuinely don't think Sabrina was whatever.
We had our little tribe hangout, so that was nice. It was really great to get to know everyone, but then me, Molly, and Jen kind of had a little FaceTime afterwards. Yeah, it was interesting. I don't know, I think I want to be like really solid in this like trio, but me and Jen both are really paranoid people, so we're like, oh my goodness, Molly's gonna like switch on us. But I don't want to think that. Like, I think that, you know, you have to have a little bit of trust when you're playing this game. I guess the consensus right now is just to vote out Sabrina, which I feel terrible about because Sabrina's such a nice person, and I feel like I'm just starting to get to know her, and then she's like opening up and like, I don't know. Yeah, no, she seems just like a really nice person, and I would want to keep her on the team, but like, I don't know.
Things are starting to fall in place, I guess. I finally know everybody's name. That's step number one. But no, I feel good. We've got a good, strong tribe. It sucks having to go to tribal first. I think that Jen's gonna be the target. That's who I've wanted from the start, but it seems like there's somewhat of a group consensus. I had a good talk with Lydia. We've been really on the same page. I think she's somebody I can work with down the road. Colin reached out to me. Colin wants to work with me, Lydia, and Molly as a foursome to kind of be the dominant alliance in the group, and then have Sabrina and Kevin in on the vote out. But right now I feel like I'm in a really good spot. People are coming to me, want to work with me, and I just haven't had to overextend myself too much, which was definitely a big worry.
All right, we're here. We had a meetup at my house, and it seems like we all kind of vibe. This could be a powerful alliance. 5 is hard to split up.
Fab 5, if you will.
Fab 5.
Hashtag Fab 5.
And we think we're coming to the consensus that it'll either be Jen or Sabrina. I personally am leaning kind of towards Sabrina.
I'm leaning towards Jen, but like, I think we're all sort of up in the air. I don't think Amy has like strong preferences. I know Kevin's a little bit leaning towards Sabrina too.
Yeah.
And these two can't make up their minds.
So guilty.
So right now I can go any way, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, you said Sabrina was like holding us down with John a little bit. I mean, I really noticed anything like
I don't think anyone was necessarily like dragging us down, but she was definitely the one that was like always at the end. So, but nothing against that, because I feel like we were all like pretty like high stamina for, you know. So I think we're all pretty like strong physically and mentally.
Minds! I would look for like who would stick with us if we did like a tribe swap.
I think Sabrina would.
I know, I get
think Jen
that's
would
the,
ditch.
That's the, what?
I think
Yeah.
Jen would go to whatever's best for Jen.
You don't think that's how Sabrina's feeling too? Because I feel like she's just kind of.
But I feel like she's more likely to like actually work out a plan with Jen, more likely to run into it. Because it's not like Jen's trying to work with anybody this week.
I'm literally losing it in here, but today we had another hangout at Molly's, and they were kind of just like throwing out like it's either Jen or Sabrina, and I was like, okay, like da 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 da, and at first I was like, oh, like I just want to like stick to like keeping Jen, you know, keep the alliance strong. But then afterwards, like I was in the car with Lydia, and then she was like, oh, we should just vote out Jen and then get someone else to become part of like the 4, which I wasn't opposed to. It was something I was thinking about when Jen's name was being thrown around. But I don't know, I definitely trust Jen more right now than I trust Molly and Lydia. And honestly, I kind of think that I'm being played right now, so I'm being a little cautious. Because Lydia was like, oh, she would probably want Sabrina to be the 4th. And when I was talking to Molly, she was also kind of thinking about Sabrina after I mentioned Sabrina first, so that was kind of my fault, so maybe I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, I don't know, I wouldn't feel like that's a good move for me if I had Sabrina join us in forming like a strong 4, because then they could have like an all-girls alliance and then just kick me out if it comes to that later on. So I don't know. It's like hard, but I also feel like they could fully have just be like tricking me, and then I'm the one being voted out next, because they were all talking about how Colin really wanted Jen out, but when I got there, they were all like, oh, like I don't know, like I'm neutral, da 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 da, and I'm like, okay, sure. But yeah, so I was like, why didn't they say it when I got there? Like, is there something wrong with me? Like, I don't know, so I'm kind of scared.
Carl also doesn't know that I'm in an alliance with Sabrina, like a legitimate alliance with Sabrina. And Carl also doesn't know that I am supposed to be in an alliance with Jen, Molly, and Kevin. And like I would like to keep them like at least thinking they're in an alliance with me, and then me like being in an alliance with all these people, and then like getting a choice later on. That's like the ideal, that's what everybody wants. So then I've been like talking to Kevin and Molly, and Molly more so, and then last night after like we had this group hangout, Kevin was still really leaning towards Sabrina, Molly a little bit too, but also she couldn't say like, oh, maybe we should get rid of Jen in case Kevin like went and told Jen, because we weren't sure how close he was with her. Obviously I don't want Sabrina gone, because as far as I know, I'm the only person she's in any way attached to, so it's like an extra vote, and but like I can't just like openly lobby for her, because then it'll be like really obvious that we have an alliance.
So yeah, so it seems like everyone's going to be voting for Sabrina. The only thing that gets me is when I reached out to Sabrina up to like, you know, kind of just be cursory and feed her the Colin name. I did get kind of a weird vibe in terms of like, she was kind of like, I don't really know what to do. Like, she wasn't talking to me much. So there's a part of me that's kind of like, there is potential that there is a blind side to get me out, because I'm paranoid, and I know that that's not impossible. But I do feel like it's going to be the Sabrina vote. The only thing that I could really see happening is Violines deciding to completely turn on me, side with Lydia, and vote me out. But I don't really feel that way, because, like I said, Carl and Colin have both been responsive to me, in addition to, you know, working with my alliance. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and GG's all around. But it feels like tonight will just be a straightforward vote, and it'll appear like all 6 of us are working together, even though there are pockets within that. And I'm sure pockets otherwise too. I'm sure people in my alliance are making side deals with people and stuff like that. So, you know, but I think everything's gonna go to plan, and we're gonna vote out Sabrina tonight.
So now I've had the Fab Five met in FaceTime, and we had a really tense roll call when we were deciding who we're going to vote for, because we had all realized that we were between Sabrina and Jen, obviously, because they're the ones not there. So we kind of started out the call doing pros and cons on each, letting everyone kind of speak their mind, why we would vote one person or the other, and then we totally just left it up to fate. So all 5, there was 5 of us. That means we can't have an even tie split. So everyone went around and voted. I believe, I'm trying to remember what the order of it was, but basically I voted last, So it was a 2-2 split by the time it got to me, with Colin and Kevin voting for Sabrina and the other two saying they would rather vote Jen. So I really screwed the pooch, left myself for last.
All right, so welcome Mind Tribe to your first ever tribal council, and technically the first ever tribal council for season 3 of Syrvivor Syracuse Mind, Body, Soul. So in the game of Syrvivor, while I don't have a torch, fire represents your life in this game, and once your fire is out, so are you. So let's get straight into it. Molly, playing for a second time, you joined the season guns a-blazing. How are you feeling about your tribe? How are you feeling about your second go-around?
Well, I really like the tribe overall. I think everyone's really cool, and I've been getting along with everyone I've talked to. What's the second part of the question?
How are you feeling about your second go-around?
So far, so good. I definitely think that some of the things that shot me in the foot the first time, like knowing people on the cast and things, is less prevalent this season. So I'm excited to kind of get more of a fresh start, and I think it's going a little bit better, hopefully. I guess we'll find out tonight.
So, Jen, you guys did meet as a 7, sometimes 6, depending on people's schedules. But what do you think was the goal with meeting in those bigger groups? Was it to just bond as a tribe, or was it to try to feel out certain people to make a smaller group within the group?
I don't really know. It's kind of hard because it's so new, and like everyone else kind of touched on, we're still getting to know each other. So I feel like the point of those things was to get to know each other at all, because it's kind of hard to form a smaller group when you don't know everybody. So yeah, it was it really sucks that we're the first people who have to vote out, because I feel like we were just getting acquainted and now we kind of have to vote each other out. So I feel like those kind of group things were just kind of a way to ease ourselves in, and now unfortunately we're really being thrown into the deep end.
That's true. Kevin, no one wants to be the first one to fire off a shot, but how do you kind of balance that in your head? If I don't fire a shot right now and I wait too long, it could be me. How do you balance that?
You know, good question. I wouldn't personally know. But I don't know. I mean, you just gotta, I don't know, I'm so nervous. You just gotta do your thing, you know? Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh.
You just gotta do your thing. I love it. So, Carl, speak to me about tonight's vote. What do you base it off of? You've only had one challenge, a very tough challenge that is, and you've only had a week to know these people. How do you base this vote?
It's been really hard, and this is something that, like, anytime strategy comes up, this exact conversation happens where, like, wait, we have to vote somebody out. But I think more than anything, it's just about keeping the group strong and making sure that we're a cohesive unit moving forward. I mean, this is only 1/3 of the cast, and so we need to make sure we're in lockstep. And that's, you know, I think everybody's on the same page that, you know, we have to vote people out right now, but we're still going to be one cohesive unit no matter what.
Good point. So, Sabrina, talking about the challenge, do you think it would be fair to base the vote on the challenge, meaning that it was a very difficult challenge?
I think it's kind of tough to base it off of the challenge. I mean, at some points you almost like have to think about it, only because that was like initially where we all met, initially where we all started working as a team. But even then, like, it's super hard to like base a vote like this off of something like that. I mean, I think really with the challenge, all of our minds were just like, stick together, let's finish this thing, and unfortunately finished it last, so we're here now.
Colin, speaking about the opposite side, bonds. Now, you guys all met in person. Who's to say some people might have closer bonds within this tribe, and who's to say that you're not within those close bonds?
That's a good question. I mean, for me personally, I wasn't at the first one, so you can just throw that out right there and say, oh, he wasn't here, like, let's just get rid of him. I mean, it's tough. because some people went to all of them, some people only went to part of them, and some people missed one entirely like me. So that's something that keeps you nervous and something that's going to probably play a factor in this vote.
So Molly, to call out the obvious, I don't know if you saw it coming, but as a returning player, are you worried tonight? You have this returning player. If there is a target on a returning player, do you think that could be a possibility that you could receive votes?
I mean, it's for sure a huge possibility, something I've been thinking about all week, and just kind of, I don't know exactly how that's being perceived. I don't know what people are like, if they're being truthful to my face about it. So yeah, it's something that I'm nervous about, but I'm not as much of a returner as the other two were, so I'm still kind of figuring this out too. I only made it to 2 tribals, so.
Lydia, speak to me a little bit about what Molly says. She's a returner, but yes, she's only made the 2 tribals. Do you think she has validation of being worried, and do you think she should even worry tonight?
I mean, I think it's definitely reasonable to like be concerned. I think all of us are concerned, and then like being a returner, it always does bring next to target. People might be like, oh, she's already had a chance, like it's her own fault, that kind of thing. But she did only make it to 2 tribals, you know what I mean? And like from a like strategical context, like we can all go and see how she played for like for however long that she was there. And I mean, like arguably that makes her like a little bit less of a threat compared to the rest of us. So like I don't know, I probably wouldn't be that worried if I were her.
Jen, talk to me a little bit about what Lydia says, threats. Now, Molly could be a threat because she's a returnee, but who knows? Now, you guys had a chance to meet. Do you think people are perceived as threats already, or people are just still trying to figure it out?
We had a joke one day when we were hanging out that we're the Mind tribe because we all overthink. And I feel like to a certain extent that's true. I think everybody on this tribe is nervous tonight. I think everybody is constantly thinking about, you know, oh, I don't want it to be me, but I don't want to be, like you said before, I don't want to throw out a name too quick and look like too much of a threat. I don't want to strategize too much because then people will think I'm sneaky. But if I don't strategize enough, you know, all that stuff. So I feel like it's kind of hard to get any sort of general vibe of what's going to happen because we're all constantly overthinking about what's going on. So I feel like that makes it hard to like identify, you know, this person is this threat because we're all constantly overthinking.
It's definitely a mixed bag, as well as on top of being the first vote of the entire season. So we'll do something different here. So raise the number of fingers that you believe, 0 being you're not nervous at all, 10 being you're very nervous to be going home tonight. Raise the amount of fingers that you are. 0, not nervous, 10, really nervous. 8, 7, 8, 5, 9. So Lydia, you have the lowest amount with 5. Why put up 5?
Because I'm holding my phone with my other hand.
What would you have put?
Probably like a 6, 7, still low.
Why that?
I mean, because like if everybody's that nervous, I don't know, only one of us is going home. Statistically, we don't all have to be that nervous.
True.
Might as well be me.
On the opposite side, even though it was close, Sabrina, you had 9, which was the most. Why put 9?
Luke, I'm a very anxious person, so I'm very nervous. Even if, I'm just gonna be nervous. This is how it's gonna be. Like that's all.
Sure. Awesome. So with that said, it is time to vote. When it pops up on your screen, just join the breakout room, and then it'll go in no random order. Molly, you are first.
I feel genuinely so awful. Like this is, I feel sick to my stomach.
Sabrina, I'm really sorry. You're like the sweetest girl, and I would have actually liked to have gotten to know you a lot better.
Girl, I'm sorry. I gave you a smiley face and a star because I thought you were really nice. Sorry, Jen. I know you're coming after me. I gotta come after you, girl. I'm real sorry.
We are all back. For the first time, I'll go tally the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and wants to play it, now will be the time to do so. Okay. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave Tribal Council immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Jen. Sabrina. That's 1 vote, Jen. 1 vote, Sabrina. 5 votes left. Third vote. Jen. Jen. That's 3 votes, Jen. 1 vote, Sabrina. 4 votes left. And the first person voted out of Syrvivor Syracuse Mind, Body, Soul, Jen. Jen, the tribe has spoken. I will put you in a breakout room with Mel. Mind tribe, tough tribal council, but there's still plenty more to come from this. That's the first person voted out. You guys are now 6 strong, and hopefully there's emphasis on that strong going into the next challenge. All right, thank you guys. Have a good night, and I'll see you on Sunday. Stay tuned for scenes from our next episode. Next time on Syrvivor Syracuse, new alliances form, conflict arises with intertribal connections, and suspicions of a hidden immunity idol threaten to flip one tribe upside down.
Great blindside, guys. That was super cool. Thanks for locking my face for a week. It was so fun. That's about it.
I'm voting for Jen. Oh, should I like written it backwards?
My vote is for Jen.
My vote is for Sabrina.
It's absolutely nothing personal, but I think this is the best move for my game. So
I'm voting for Jen. Hopefully everybody besides Jen is also voting for Jen. I worked really hard to make sure that happens for no particular reason other than Sabrina said that she was, with me, so.
Sorry, Jen, you're just on the wrong side of the numbers tonight.
I'm real sorry. Alright.